What is up, Chocolatiers? Welcome back to another video today. And in today's review, we're covering Presence, directed by Steven Soderbergh. And this movie, already out the gate, I just feel like I need to clarify something. So if you are interested in this movie, I just want to tell you this: it's not a horror movie. It's nothing scary. It's nothing. I almost want to say otherworldly. It is otherworldly, but it's definitely not a scary movie. The way it was advertised makes you think that this is, a horror movie in the POV of a ghost. Very much how In a Violent Nature last year was in the POV of like the slasher, the serial killer. And so, yeah, this is very much not that whatsoever. This is more akin to Ghost Story with Casey Affleck, kind of like that. Actually, it's Casey Affleck. I don't know. It's more akin to that movie, Ghost Story, if you've seen that. So basically, this film kind of starts off. I'm going to touch on the initial few 5 minutes. Basically, it sets the tone very well. The cinematography is beautiful. The ghost is in the house by itself. It is an entity that's alone, and it is basically the camera. And so it sets the stage because the family ends up getting the house, and then it basically intros and it's like, okay, Presence. And at that entry point, you're kind of like, okay, is this a scary movie? What's going on? Whatever. And then it kind of takes a turn because you start realizing that this spirit or this ghost or whatever is basically just outside looking in, just seeing these people, and is just watching these people kind of live day-to-day things, except their lives are very interesting as this family drama unfolds. Like, for example, Lucy Liu's character works for like an unknown mysterious company, and she's got some stuff going on. The father, played by an excellent actor, I also don't know his name, but he was the father in This Is Us. He, not the main father, by the way, the other guy, he does a phenomenal job, gives a phenomenal performance, and he's kind of on the rock about his marriage and stuff like that. And then you have two kids who do a really good job, and the youngest daughter in the film is kind of the one who initially realizes that there is a presence there. And I also love how this movie isn't like your traditional, I would say, horror movies, but movies like this where characters are just kind of like, oh man, they don't believe the person, they kind of get in that trope, and then real quickly they don't. And so, yeah, I just, really love this film. This is one of those incredible artsy, artesian type movies. And the reason why I said it is because a lot of it is following characters do stuff. A lot of it is some mundane conversations. But for me, it wasn't boring. It's not going to work for everybody, for sure. I was in a theater with around like 7 to 10 people. And, a group of ladies that were sitting way behind me, like when they were leaving the theater right before I, got up, they were just kind of like arguing between each other. It's like, oh man, I can't believe you dragged me to come see this shit. And, for me, this movie was an emotional journey. To me, the twist paid off. It's one of those type of movies where I feel like 10 years from now, people are going to be making those deep dives on YouTube where like, okay, remember this thing happening in that movie? Got more to add. Now we figured something out. And it's not like an annoying type way. Like, it's not like the Cloverfield movies where you're like, damn, we don't know fuck. It's not like that. This is going to be more of like a just, oh, that's a cool thing I noticed after like a third or fourth rewatch, For example, like I talk about Lucy Liu's Company, there's some stuff in the movie where I'm like, okay, I know they probably gave me enough hints, but I still want to know what's going on with that. There's going to be storylines in this movie that are not going to be fully realized, and you kind of just have to realize within like the first 30 minutes of this movie, which by the way, it's an hour and 20 minutes, it's not that long at all. You have to realize in the first 30 minutes of this movie that this movie is not about you. This movie is not about the character. Like, it's about the family, but at the end of the day, this movie is about the ghost. And the ghost is, in this house, has an unknown, like, they're the presence in a way, coming into this house, and he's just, just walking around. Casper's just chilling, And that's what I really liked with this movie. Like, you know, in the beginning, you kind of see like the first few minutes where like somebody will be talking, he'll be kind of like looking around and just chilling, and then he kind of just like moves to somebody else, and you know, you're missing some of that conversation, but at the same time, it's like, no, this is his story. This is my boy Casper. This is their story, and you know, I just really feel like for me this worked a whole lot. But like I said previously, I can see how this might not work for you. But just overall, I just love this damn movie, man. I love it to death. I love everything that about the cinematography, the score, the music is amazing. There is some crazy twists that they do that's not even really ghost related, that I really, really enjoyed, really thought paid off. And yeah, with that, please like, subscribe for more. I'm giving this movie a 10 out of 10 and a Mr. Chocolate Silver approval. And if you agree with that score, hell, if you don't agree with that score, comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And with that, I will catch you guys on the next one.
And the side.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.